Locations in Machias, Calais, Columbia, Ellsworth, and Woodland. EBS Building Supplies. We make everyday living better every day. Also by Darling's Honda on the Silver North in Bangor. Hammond Lumber Company. And by Bradford Insurance and Real Estate in Orono.
Live from the Expo in Portland, it's the NAIA District 5 Final Four. And good evening, everybody. My name is Ron Lizette. I'm joined once again by Tim Wilson. And we're at the Expo where tonight Husson College takes on Green Mountain in the semifinals of the NAIA District 5 playoffs. And Tim, I guess obviously no surprise that Husson is here. Green Mountain, maybe a little bit of a surprise. They were just a 500 ball club last year and a very small team, a team that probably Husson is favored to beat. How do you see this game tonight?
Well, it's going to be tough. Green Mountain is a 5-guard team. They will run 4 corners, and they'll put the ball up. They are a real hustling team. They defeated Castleton by 26 points last time out. Castleton is in the finals, so that'll tell you something. Husson's not going to, just walk through here. They're going to have to play hard to beat this team.
Of course, Castleton, in the game that was just completed, beat the University of Maine at Farmington 93-83, and they will play the winner of this game coming up tomorrow night in the finals. Now, if you take a look at a couple of the key ball players, I guess number one, Husson has to be glad that they have Bobby Campbell back. His back is looking okay.
Well, it's great to have Bobby back, from my understanding from Coach McGregor. Bobby's back is looking good right now, and he's their super sub off the bench. He's the guy at the Colby game that came in and just put it together for him. They need him, and tonight it's going to be one of those nights when he can really shine and help the club.
Yeah, and he went to see a chiropractor, and I guess that was a big help. Felt a lot better yesterday. Now for the Green Mountain Eagles, they have a great guard, junior college transfer, Wayne Hicks, who kind of runs the show for them. He's the guy to watch, right?
He is. Wayne Hicks is a junior. He's 5'11". He shoots 20 points per game, and he has 8 assists. He's their team leader. Coach Bassett says he must have a good game for them to be in the game, and if he has a super game, he feels they'll win.
And also Coach Bassett, who we'll talk to in just a moment, said that a key for his team tonight is to get as many shots as Husson does. We'll see what happens. We'll talk to the coaches, have more pregame activity coming up for you right after this.
Living in Maine isn't always easy.
An interesting contrast in styles tonight. Green Mountain, a team that is not very big, but a disciplined team, and a lot of guards they're going to throw at you tonight, I guess.
Well, that's true. One thing, though, we can't overlook is they're not that small. They start a lot of people around 6'2", 6'1", and I would say their overall size probably averages around 6'2" when they're on the floor. So, I mean, that isn't great size, but on the same token, we have a little advantage. We probably average around 6'3.5", 6'4" with all our people, so it's not that much of an advantage. But they do play a lot of guards. They try to spread it out quite often and try to get you into a 4 corners type thing.
How do you try to get it done tonight against the Braves?
I don't know. We've addressed the idea of with our players of trying to make sure at the end of the game when the shooting charts come out that roughly we have in the same area number of shots that they've taken, which means we probably did a pretty good job taking care of the ball, and we will have also done a good job limiting their second and third shots, which they do a great job of getting to the offensive backboard. So if we can accomplish those 2 areas, we'll probably, because we do shoot the ball well, we feel like we can at least be representative in the game against them. So.
Interesting contrast in styles.
Well, they like to slow the game down and they shoot 3-pointers. They rather shoot outside shots and go to the hole. They're kind of short. 6'4", I believe, is their tallest person. So we're going to try to play our inside game on them, and they're going to play the outside game on us.
Quite frankly, I've been so busy with all the meetings going on that I haven't been with them as much as I would like to be the last couple of days. But the people that are with them, our assistants, I think they say everything's going well, and they're ready to play, and I know they're ready to play. We've been on a mission, and we've practiced hard for a long period of time, and we don't take this lightly, but at the same token, we don't think ourselves as favorites. We just think that we have to play every game. We got to play hard, and if you go into it any other way than that, you're going to get knocked off, and we just hope that's not going to happen.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you very much, Ron.
These days, there are lots of places to buy auto parts.
Good evening and welcome welcome to the Portland Exposition Building as tonight we present the second game in the 1989 NAIA District 5 semifinal, featuring the number 1 seeded team from the East, the Husson College Braves, taking on the number 2 seeded team from the West, the Green Mountain College Eagles. Introducing tonight's starting lineup. For Green Mountain, at 1 guard, a senior from Greenwood, South Carolina, number 12, Warren Mackey. Starting at guard for Husson, a junior from Abidjan on the Ivory Coast, number 14, Mamadou Tony. Starting at the other guard for the Eagles, a junior from Springfield, Massachusetts, number 15, Wayne Hicks. And starting at guard for the Braves, a senior from Hartford, Connecticut, number 24, Kevin Hensley. Starting at 1 forward for Green Mountain, a senior from Ballston Spa, New York, number 20, Steve Cherry. And starting at a forward for Husson, a senior from Cleveland, Ohio, number 30, Mark Taylor. Starting at the other forward for the Eagles, a junior from Troy, New York, number 24, Mike Bram. And starting at forward for the Braves, a junior from Hartford, Connecticut, number 50, Buster Frederick. Starting at center for Green Mountain, a freshman from Jersey City, New Jersey, number 42, Dan Tapia. And starting at center for Husson, a senior from South Windsor, Connecticut, number 44, Sean Bolden. The head coach of the Green Mountain Eagles is Matt Bassett. The assistant coaches, Crispin White and Ricky Martin. The head coach of Husson College is Bruce McGregor. The assistant coaches, Neil Waterman and Warren Caruso. At this time, we ask you to please rise for our national anthem.
Tractor and is feeling a lot better. And the center for Green Mountain, Dan Tapia, freshman from Jersey City, New Jersey, who set the school rebounding record this year. He has been a little bit, had a little touch of the flu or something. We're not quite sure what. But Matt Bassett says that his center, who is the tallest player he has out there at 6'4", is going to give it a go and see what happens here. Look for a couple of gadget defenses, according to Matt Bassett from Green Mountain tonight. A diamond in 1 and a triangle in 2, as they're going to try to take Mark Taylor and Buster Frederick out here of the Husson offense. We are just about set to go. Our officials, Gerald Robillard and Larry Last. And Bolden wins the tap-off to Mamadou Tony. Green Mountain coming out in a man-to-man defense. Tony over to Taylor, the lob down to Bolden off the backboard, and that is pulled out of there by Warren Mackey. Mackey and Wayne Hicks, the guards for the Eagles. This is Steve Cherry. Down low to Tapia, the left-hander. And Hensley hauls it down.
They're playing good defense. Husson is at least keeping them from the board.
Tony pulls up. 2-0 Braves.
The funny thing about Tony was when he was a freshman, he played down here. He played out of his sneakers.
And the Braves press broken easily by Hicks, who dishes off. Tapia can't find the handle. Little miscommunication there.
He tried to get him off to the side, and they faked one way and he went the other.
Green Mountain's going to have a real tough time rebounding with the Braves. Obviously have a big size advantage. Tony off the glass, can't get it to go. Frederick. And a foul.
Big difference is going to be off the boards. They're just physically bigger. And they're able to get up, and Green Mountain's just going to have to be able to box out or Coney, or again, Coney and the guards are going to be able to come to the boards and help out. They just have a much, bigger size, and that's going to make a big difference in this game.
Remember last week, of course, against Machias, Buster had a tough game, got into foul trouble early. Wasn't really much of a factor. And talking to him before the game tonight, he is going to make sure, as much as possible, that he does not get into foul trouble. He knows 2 fouls, and he's probably going to be sitting down for a while. And the Eagles break the press. This is Wayne Hicks, guarded by Coney. Of course, Husson in their man defense, which they spend most of the game in, and a steal by Frederick. And Coney pushes it up. Hensley for 3. Frederick calls it down, and they get a new clock. Down low to Sean Bolden. And Sean Bolden called for the push-off, trying to get position underneath.
Underneath, he put his elbow and his forearm in and spun off of it. Good call by the official.
You see the replay here.
Right here. It happened before that. We couldn't see it in the replay, but he did forearm it.
Okay, this is Cherry going down the lane. And Bolden gets it knocked out of his hands, and that goes over to Eagles. 5-0. Just about 2 minutes gone here in the first half. And some kind of discussion going on underneath.
I think there's a little pushing and going on between the two.
Cherry inside. Taylor with the board. And Taylor gets tripped, and a foul called on Warren Mackey, senior guard from Greenwood, South Carolina. Second team foul on the Eagles. Tony calling the play. Frederick on top, and the ball gets knocked off Tapia's head, and a foul called underneath. That is on Brem, the junior forward from Troy, New York. Into the game now for Green Mountain, Steve Kelly.
He got 2 fouls with less than, a couple minutes
2 seconds,
yeah. Bang, bang.
This is Taylor, baseline. Nice touch. And that's a foul on Coney. Bumped Mackey underneath.
Did he get his feet in underneath him and wasn't quick enough getting back into that spot?
Green Mountain's going to try to spread it out and slow this game down as much as possible. Matt Bass is saying that if Husson scores anywhere near their average of around 100 points, he doesn't think there's any way that they can stay in this game. Cherry down the baseline. Can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound. And that's a foul on Hensley. Third team foul on the Braves. They lead it 7-0.
Kevin reached in underneath.
And this is Cherry at the line. Senior from Ballston Spa, New York. Great player in the transition game for the Eagles. And he gets both. And Green Mountain is on the board. Tony breaks the press. Taylor pulls up. He's hot early.
Hot early. He's got 2 now. 2 good jump shots.
And Warren Mackey pulls it up. There's a steal by Taylor, but he can't keep it in bounds. I don't think there's anybody on a pull-up jumper that can go up and block Mark Taylor's shot. He just has such a quick release and gets up so high.
And the other thing is when he does shoot and you think you've got him, he leans in. You wind up fouling.
Great body control. Cherry goes around Taylor, throws up a scoop shot. And the ball is thrown down to Taylor. He pulls up and hits again. 6 points early for Mark Taylor. 11-2 now to score. And immediately, the Braves come with a press. Hicks breaks it out. He pulls up at the foul line and hits. First field goal in the game.
There's a case where when the press breaks down, you wind up in that situation.
Bolden down on the block. No one's going to stop him down there. And the ball out of bounds off a Husson player. We got Tony Camp checking in now for Green Mountain. Sophomore from Averill Park, New York. Also number 11, Dave Krumenacher, a transfer from Hawthorne College. Hicks with a turnaround. That is short, and Taylor's going to push it up. Husson holds on. (13-4) our score. The winner to take on Castleton in the finals tomorrow night. And that's Frederick from the baseline. Hicks with a bullet. For three, Hicks. Air ball. And a touchdown pass to Hansley. Off the glass and good. 15-4. And Tony Camp bringing the ball up for Green Mountain. This is Kelly from up top.
Now they're going to try to play a 2-3 zone. 3 people deep, 2 people up on top. Try to take away the inside game.
And Buster loses it out of bounds. Matt Bassett told us earlier in the day that they'll switch from that zone to that man to some of their gadget defenses and try to key on Taylor with a box and one type of configuration or a triangle and two. And they're going to try to do a lot of switching, quick back and forth type of defensive moves to try to throw the Braves off balance a little bit. And I suppose when you're working with the kind of size disadvantage and the kind of experience disadvantage, you have to try to use anything you got.
That's right. You have to do all those kinds of things. The last time down they were in a 2-3. I would expect they'll want to change that next time down.
This is Krumenacher from the baseline. And Buster is hammered. Krumenacher with a foul. And Husson is just killing Green Mountain on the boards right now. An 8-2 rebounding edge. Steve Weeks into the game now for the Braves. And that is one of the keys that Matt Bassett talked about early, that they had to rebound with Husson. Weeks down low to Peter Casey, also into the game for the Braves. Double team. Weeks pulls up.
Automatic when he starts shooting off. I mean, he's the kid that comes off the bench, and he's just like Bobby Campbell, and he fires them up.
Tony Camp checked by Buster Frederick.
Good, strong man-to-man right now.
This is Tapia. Quick hands by Buster. Green Mountain has very few shot, up and down. A traveling call.
Buster did a good job there of staying down and forcing him into that situation of steps, or actually double dribble.
You haven't seen Green Mountain get very many chances inside, if any at all. Up top to Weeks, he's going to take that three all day. Yes. Instant offense, that's what he's brought in for.
That's what he comes out for. Playing strong D, strong D.
Tapia checked by Case, and Coney knocks the ball, loses it. Green Mountain holds on. Stone bolted in for Buster Frederick. And Steve Cherry starting forward back in for Green Mountain. Green Mountain only dresses 9 players, and Depth is sometimes a problem. They have people that can switch a lot of positions. Hicks working hard inside, and the steal by Taylor. And a double dribble.
Good call. This official, both of these officials are calling it, you know, the kind of game that you like to watch because they're right there. They've made two critical, really good calls in situations where, you know, a couple of times it's the officials not seeing. They're right there.
Scotty Nance in for Mamadou Coney. Mackey down low to Cherry, who's bumped by Weeks.
Steven made a mistake. He didn't take the baseline away from him.
34, Steve Weeks. That was first,
4 team fouls on both teams now. And Cherry working down low for the scoop.
Beat Weeks again. Cherry beat Weeks on that one.
20-8 now. Husson leading with 13 minutes left in the half. Taylor pulls up. And that's Hicks with the board. Down low to Tapia. Blocked by Bolden. And Mark Taylor comes out 2-on-1. Steve Weeks, a nice fake.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice speed by Taylor.
7 now for Steve Weeks in the ballgame. And a whistle underneath. A holding foul. That's Peter Casey. Buster Fredericks and Kevin Hansley into the lineup now for the Braves. And we got a timeout. Husson leading.
Peter is up, Casey, Sean, and Taylor. There's Scotty Nance in it. The ball bounces out. Taylor picks it up, and he starts down the floor with it, and he feeds the ball off to Steve Weeks, who does a nice job of putting it up and laying it in.
And a great fake there. Weeks with 7 points in the game off the bench now. Back to live action. Sherry up top to Mike Brem. This is Wayne Hicks, team leader for Green Mountain. And Dave Krumenaker with the ball now. 22-8.
See, now they're in his four corners. They're trying to make Husson make a mistake.
Try to take some time off the shot clock.
They want him to make mistakes.
And Hicks trying to create something. Cherry down the baseline, misses everything. Scotty Nance into the game and right up to Hansley. Back to Bolden for the turnaround. 24-8. 4 now for Sean.
Now they're setting up the four corners again, rotating the man through. Back over to the corner. See, now they're setting it up again. Trying to look for...
Weeks tries for the steal. Krumenaker for 3. Transfer from Hawthorne. Of course, he played last year at Hawthorne with Steve Weeks and Mark Taylor. Hansley baseline, dishes it inside. It's kicked around. Husson holds on. And we have Tapia checking back in for Green Mountain. Brian Bearer, sophomore from Glens Falls, New York, seeing his first action. Mackey and Brem out for Green Mountain, and Mark Taylor into the game for the Braves. Scotty Nance open on the baseline. He gets the ball. And they look to set it up. 11 minutes left in the first half, 24-11. The Braves with the lead. Hansley for 3. Short. And Hicks loses control, but Krumenaker pulls it back out. Cherry down the lane. And Tapia, nice move underneath. He scores and draws the foul.
Here's a case where Sean, he comes in on a nice drive, throws it up short. Sean Bolden just didn't hang on tight enough, or it would have been a jump ball, or he might have received it. Return, he winds up fouling.
It's the second foul on Sean, rather, and Tapia, that was his first basket. averaging 10 points a game, shooting 53% from the field. You won't see Green Mountain miss much from the line. They're, as we said, third in the nation free throw shooting. 10-point ball game now, 24-14. Taylor pulls up. He's just red hot.
Just doing it. He's open, and they're just giving the ball.
I don't think he's missed a shot yet. That's 8 points now for Mark. Husson looking like they wanted to try to set up a trap. Taylor knocked it out of bounds. And a couple more subs in. Bobby Campbell into the game now for the Braves. And we have Brem into the game now for Green Mountain. This is Hicks for three. Underneath the rebound, Brem can't hold on, and Nance throws it out to Taylor. Knocked away by Sherry. Krummenacher pulls up, and he gets the ball back.
They're, you know, again, you have to, they're real scrappy, and they're going to hang tough.
Looking to set it up again. They'll take some time off the clock here. I think that the tempo is probably a little bit faster than they would like right now. So they'll slow it down and weave it in and out. Mackey back out. Krummenacher. Hicks down the lane. The dish inside to Brem, who scores. And we have a 10-point ball game again. 26-16. 9:14 left in the first half.
They wanted the charge. Buster got knocked down.
Buster had a shot, decided to pass it off instead to Taylor inside. He scores.
He just scrapped for that one. He lost it and went back after it and fought for it.
10 now for Mark Taylor. This is Krummenacher for three from the baseline. Taylor with a rebound. He gets called. He got called for the foul. Had position.
Foul charge, number 30, Mark Taylor.
I guess it's a question of how he got the position.
Yeah.
And we've got to look at it here.
He misses the shot.
Number 40,
Taylor, he says that there's a foul with Taylor with 20.
Must have happened to,
prior to
must have done it to get himself in that position.
Terry shooting 1 and 1.
Sherry now at the line, 12-point ball game. And the ball is kicked around, and Campbell comes out with it. Hensley, and a foul. In the act of shooting. 1 and 1.
First, Reed Smith.
28-16 now. 15 foul on the Braves. Campbell up top. And Hensley looks to work. Campbell. And a fresh clock for the Braves. Frederick, strong move down low. Taylor with a shot, and he gets hacked.
Nice passing. You know, this is what you pass underneath from Hensley to Buster. Taylor goes up, and he gets fouled.
Brem and Mackey in now for Tapia and Steve Kelly.
Number 24, Mike Brem. Back to the lineup.
Mark Taylor, the player of the year in the district. And early on in this game, he's showing why. Had a nice time at the awards banquet earlier today, all the teams there. He picked up his award, also Buster Frederick, getting his award as an all-district player. .8:24 left, 30-16 the score now.
Back to the corners again. They're trying to set it up.
And a steal by Coney. Great control. Hensley. Coney for three. Yes.
I think he just loves it down here.
5 for Mamadou now. And a timeout called by Matt Bassett.
At the outset of the game, when he was a freshman, he came down here and he almost beat Castleton by himself in the second half until they fouled him out. I mean, he was throwing up three-pointers from all over the place. And that was what impressed me about him. It's like he loves this place.
33-16, 7:46 left to go in the first half. And Tapia over to Brim. Warren Mackey tries to loop underneath, and Frederick calls it in. Tipped away from Taylor. And the steal by Campbell. And Hensley pops one. 35-16. That's 4 now for Kevin. Cherry slicing down the lane. That ball, I believe, was blocked by Campbell. And that's a foul on Buster.
Foul charge to number 15, Buster.
That's his first in the ballgame.
Buster's questioning the call because he felt he didn't touch him.
I think Campbell got a hand on that ball.
You know, the old story is one of those kinds of sometimes where the official anticipates the call. I think maybe that's what Buster's saying to him. But these officials have done a good job, you know, so far, and they've been fair to both sides, I think.
If you've never been to the Expo here before, you can probably tell from the TV cameras that there's a lot of space behind both baskets, and I'm sure it takes the players a while to get used to that. The depth perception is totally different from, say, Newman Gym up in Bangor. 35-18 now, 7 minutes left in the first half. And Buster pulls up. Mackey had the rebound, fell down. Taylor with the offensive board.
That's beautiful. He's hot. No question about it.
Mark with 14 points and 5 rebounds.
He came to play. Oh, next time.
Mackey for 3. Trumanecker had a chance to tip it in, but Frederick calls it down. 37-18 now. Coney for 2. And Trumanecker pulls up. Husson getting it back so quickly. Hensley pulls up, and it's 39-20 now.
They do not want to run. I don't think Green Mountain wants to run with Husson.
Kevin with 6 now. Trumanecker loses the ball. Hensley with those quick hands. Tony Camp into the ball game now. All right, we're back. 6:06 left in the first half. Hudson with a 19-point lead. And Green Mountain has some work to do to get back in this thing. Trumanecker. They'll pass the ball a lot of times before they take a shot.
They work the ball. They work it and try to work it in closer.
Trumanecker takes the shot, gets fouled by Hensley. Kind of an interesting statistic, Tim. 60% of Green Mountain's baskets are assisted, which just kind of goes to show you the kind of ball movement and the kind of discipline that they really have to have with their kind of size and the way they play basketball.
I think the Coach Bassett's done a tremendous job of instilling that into a team that doesn't have the physical size, that they just hang in tough. You know, they hang in by doing that, holding on the ball, holding them. You know, this game isn't over. And it ain't going to happen, boy. You get a spell where they start throwing up 3 corners off of that 4 corners, and you're in trouble. And they stay, you know, look at the foul line. Every time they go to the foul line, you know, they're the best in, best in this area.
39-22 as Trumanecker gets a couple of free throws and a foul underneath. Brian Bearer called for the foul, the sophomore from Glens Falls, New York. At 6'5", he is the tallest Eagle player out there.
24, Mike Brem. Number 20, Steve Cherry.
Mike Brem, Steve Cherry, and Wayne Hicks back into the ball game. They don't have a lot of size, but they do have a lot of players that are around the same size, so they have a lot of interchangeable guys.
That's why they say they have a 5-guard offense, because everybody's about the same size, and they would normally be guards on other teams. And so they handle the ball very, very well because of that.
And Campbell gets both, 41-22 now. Mike Brem, for instance, on the Green Mountain team, has started the first semester, was the point guard, and now plays power forward. Cherry driving around Taylor, dishing off. Frederick with the air ball rebound. And Husson in that transition game. Taylor off the glass, gets his own rebound, and can't get it to go again. Look out. Taylor went to the bench hard. And a push. On Brian Bear. Taylor shook up a little bit. And looks like he's going to be okay. He just plays so hard.
He just goes hard all the time.
And I guess, okay, they got Krimenaker at the line. And that was a foul on.
Bobby Campbell had the foul called against him for pushing. And, when Taylor went out of bounds and the kid was standing beside him and Bobby pushed him to get by, and the official called a foul on Bobby.
41-23 now, 5:08 left in the first half. The semifinals, the Final Four of NAIA District 5, coming to you live here on Channel 7 from the Portland Expo. We'll have the women's final coming up for you at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. Working the ball around, Steve Weeks for three from downtown. 44-24 now, a 20-point lead for the Braves. 10 now for Weeks. And Sherry, nice pump fake and scores.
He's a classic playground ball player that we call garbage man. Does a good job.
Campbell takes the jumper. Three-point attempt, no good. Frederick with a rebound. And Weeks for three again. Bobby working hard underneath, but that is hauled out of there by Steve Kelly. Cherry down the lane again. His own rebound. And that's Kelly. Still can't get it to go. Taylor in transition, loses the ball behind his back. And a 3-on-2 by Green Mountain. Hicks pulls up for three. Foul underneath on Campbell.
Coach McGregor's a little upset with the kind of defense they're playing right now.
Bobby Campbell, that's his second. Number 12, Warren Mackey.
Green Mountain coming out with a 3-on-2 break there. They're catching Husson up court a little bit.
Well, again, it's pounding the boards, and somebody does not get back in a transition on defense, so it leaves that 3-2 with 3-on-2 situation.
And a lane violation. We'll check to see on who. Peter Casey into the game for Bobby Campbell, who sits down with two fouls.
Number 54, Peter Casey, back to the Braves lineup.
Did not play last week. Seems to be recovering from that back problem. He's had it at Maine. He's had it throughout his playing career. And Coney gets fouled by Mackey. And we'll go down the other end, and Coney will shoot a 1-and-1.
He's, you know, again, you watch his vertical leap. He goes up in the air, just straight up. And everything's, you know, it's like you watch him. It's like it's so smooth.
And if he has a good game, better watch out, because he is just such a leader for this team. I remember in the last couple of games of the year, Machias, the playoff game particularly, he had a slam that just lifted that team and just really set them on a great streak there for a while. And Husson coming with the pressure. Camp tries to break it out. He's fouled by Weeks. 20-point ball game, 46-26, 3:28 left in the first half.
Steve sometimes doesn't get his feet in position when there's a play along the baseline or along the out-of-bounds line. He doesn't have, I think, sometimes the quick feet necessary. And his upper body moves sometimes, but his lower body doesn't move as quickly. He gets real frustrated with it. But he's told me his knees, he's a little bit problem with his knees, too, so I think maybe that has something to do with it. He took a week off or so. It was real tender.
Tendinitis type of situation.
Yes.
And Camp gets both. 46-28 now. Herbie Melanson comes into the game for Steve Weeks, who has 2 fouls. Herbie plays much the same role that Steve Weeks. Guy who's up. Look at that, Elliot. Beautiful play. Mark Taylor from Buster Frederick. Hicks fouled by Coney.
Now there's a question, you know, as yourself, that when you reach around behind, normally what is the official going to do? Automatic.
Even if you don't touch him.
If you don't even touch him, he's going to say what? Foul. Quick, the whistle comes out, and it's an automatic. So it's one of those things the coaches say, why do it?
Scotty Nance comes in for Mamadou, who should stand with 2 fouls. Mark Taylor now 16 points, and Buster Frederick 7 rebounds. And that's Hicks making it a 48-29 ball game. To 30 now, 3:10 left. Frederick drives. And a foul underneath on Steve Kelly. Nope. No, we got a foul on Buster. Blocked from the view there, and I guess
he charged.
Kelly did have position down underneath.
He did. And Bruce is really upset with it, because he feels that was not a smart situation.
Sometimes I think he has trouble getting Buster under control.
Well, you know, again, it's hard sometimes when you have somebody with that kind of physical talent, and he gets in a situation in games like this where he wants to do more than he has to, and I think that's what frustrates Coach McGregor, because he feels that Buster doesn't have to do that.
And Buster's going to take a seat, and Bruce Granger comes in to spell him. Buster with 2 fouls now. And Green Mountain with a press, and Tony Camp with a steal.
Bad pass from Peter Casey threw one. It was just
Hicks drives and gets hammered. Now, apparently he got called for an offensive foul, too.
He ran right into Taylor. Taylor was set, and he just bowled him over.
48-32 now, and Taylor is going to shoot a 1-and-1.
Mark Taylor shooting 1-and-1.
Leading scorer in the ball game now with 16. Make that 17. Brem now into the game for the Eagles, along with Krummenacher and Sherry.
Sherry's back, which means that they're going to come to shoot those threes now or get something going, get a couple more up on the board.
And he gets both, and we have a 50-32 score. 2:49 left. Hicks is going to take three. In and out. Casey with the rebound, and Taylor is going to push it up. There's Herbie Melanson. Granger called for over the top. And it was tough to tell from this angle, but it seemed he just went straight up to that ball.
The official called Bruce Granger for pushing, and Granger felt he went straight up and over, and
well, we'll find out for sure here, I guess.
well, Bruce is out of the picture. Melanson shoots it, bounces off. Bruce goes straight up, and the official called
If anything,
foul.
Hicks came back to hit him a little bit.
Yeah, but he called it.
Matters not now as Hicks is at the line, and he makes it a 50-33 game. Both teams have been in the bonus for a while now. (50-34). 4 points now for Hicks. And the ball stolen by Cherry, who pulls up and scores. 50-36. And Granger is hammered by Krummenacher. Cherry with 10 points now. He's a good player.
He is. Peter Casey has made two or three mistakes on passes, and the coaches are sort of letting him know that he's got to do his job underneath.
Peter played at Chevers High School, and he knows this court very well. Played here a lot in his high school days. The miss by Granger. And a tie up underneath, and Taylor has the ball, and it's a jump ball. And that goes to Green Mountain. Green Mountain's not rolling over by any means. They're hanging tough.
No. They're playing their kind of game. Here he comes.
Wayne Hicks dishing out. Krummenacher pulls up, left-handed shot. Casey with a rebound, a long pass down to Herbie Melanson. Gets the ball stuffed by Cherry, and a foul on Cherry. Husson really pushing the ball, and they're not... they're just taking the first shot that comes along.
Right now, there's been the problem is that coaches wanted Taylor to watch Cherry, and it hasn't.
Had Peter Casey on it.
Peter Casey on it. Peter can't handle it.
Kevin Hansley in for Bruce Granger. 51-36 now. Hicks spins it and dishes it back out to Krummenacher. Minute 48 left in the half, 51-36. Hicks has it knocked away by Nance, gets the ball back. Look out. Boy, does he shine.
Yeah, Scotty Nance made that happen. Scotty Nance made that happen because he jumped right up into Hicks' face.
Hicks drives and dishes over to Cherry. Spin on the baseline. And a foul. Underneath on, let's see who. That's on Scotty Nance. Taylor now with 22 in the ball game.
There it is. After the steal and in reverse, there it is.
Vertical leap is just incredible.
Yes, it is.
Cherry makes it 53-37.
Cherry impresses me. He just keeps coming. He's a real worker.
Brian Bearer, number 42.
At 6'1", he plays a lot bigger than that.
Oh, yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Now in the Eagles lineup.
Tapia and Kelly back in for Green Mountain. And Cherry gets both, 53-38. 12 for Cherry now. A 15-point ball game. And Husson's going to take some time off the clock, slow down a bit. Green Mountain just waiting down in the zone. They're not going to come out. And 44 seconds left now. I can't see the shot clock. And they got Hansley, who drives, pulls up. Rebound by Taylor. He scores. 24 now for Mark. .21 seconds left in the half. Hicks works in on Nance. Taylor comes up to double. 15 seconds now. And Hicks walks with the ball.
Boy, Scotty Nance is playing real good defense. He's forcing Hicks into the middle, and then help's coming.
13 seconds left now, 55-38. And Husson probably worked for the last shot. Nance in the lane, pulls up. Gets the roll.
No.
But no. Peter Casey called for offensive interference. The ball was going in, and Casey grabbed the rim. 4 seconds left. The ball's going to be inbounded by Brem. This is Mackey to Hicks for three. Close, but no cigar. 50. Really the only semblance of an inside game for the Eagles.
It's that spin move of his that's caused some problems for some of the Husson players.
And Husson will inbound the ball to start the second half. And they go with their starting lineup. Ball down low to Bolden. Hansley wide open. Fakes and pulls up and scores. .57-38 now. Cherry. Nice move on the baseline. Throws up a shot and gets called for
Charge, a player control foul.
Player control foul, yes it is.
Watch him drive and watch Buster's feet. He's set. Very nice move by Buster.
Hansley dishes over to Bolden. Working the ball around, looking inside. Bolden turns in the lane. Pulled out of there by Tapia.
Wasn't a good shot by Sean.
This is Mackey. Cherry being guarded by Taylor. The ball tipped away by Hansley, but Mackey holds on to it. And they work it around to Mackey for the three. Ball saved by Tapia. Can't get to it. Takes a dive into the stands.
Nice try.
The winner taking on Castleton tomorrow night. The Husson women will take on Gordon College in the finals at 6 o'clock. A game you'll see here right on Channel 7. Kevin Hansley goes right around Brem. Ball gets swatted away, but Husson gets it back. Not a new 30. Taylor pulls up and got the stroke going. He's got 24 now.
That two, right in.
59-38.
He's you know, you have to sit here a while and watch him play.
Cherry works around Taylor. Nice move in the lane. And he hits the floor hard. He's hurt too. Foul on the other end, and Cherry is slow in getting up. I think he got hit in the mouth.
Foul charge, the number 15.
He got hit. Hicks called for the foul. That's his third.
Third, team second.
And Cherry is going to go out. Kruenaker comes in. He leaves with 14 points.
Mark Chandler at the line, shooting 2.
It's the roll. They call him the Rock. Tim, I guess just because he's so solid.
Not just as solid, it's the way he plays. You know, again.
Ansley with the offensive board, puts it back up. And that'll go to Green Mountain. 60-40 now. 17:50 left in the second half. Cross court to Mackey. And another long pass to Hicks. Ball tipped away, and Coney pulls it down. And the Braves are in transition. Coney down low to Bolden for the turnaround. He scores.
Very nice setup by Mamadou.
6 now for Bolden. Pass down low to Tapia. Turns around. Can't get it to go, and Sean with the board. Taylor from the baseline. One of a few misses for him. And Kruenaker breaks it down. Pulls up and hits. Nothing but net there.
It is where the defense does not get back because they're down so deep.
10 now for Kruenaker. Point game, 62-42. Bolden on the blocks, turns on Tapia and puts it down again.
Mamadou is setting everybody up right now. He's just dishing off to people and just putting it in people's hands and saying, here, we're going to shoot it.
And they're looking to free up somebody. A lot of long passes and shifting that Husson defense around. The ball goes over the backboard on a shot by Kruenaker.
For the Eagles, number 32, Brian Ferrer.
Braves with a 26-18 rebounding edge in the first half. Not a stat that Matt Baxter wants to see.
No, not at all.
And Frederick pulls up in the lane, gets his own rebound, can't get it to go. And a foul underneath.
Buster's upset with himself.
Brian Bearer called for the foul. That's his third.
Buster goes in. Nice fake. Underhand. Just a little bit too much on it. Goes up again. It's pushed right there.
Back to live action. Ansley works the baseline. And a foul. He stepped on the line. 15:48 left, 64-42. And Steve Cherry in for Bear. And the trap broken by Hicks. Mackey for 3. Cherry with the offensive rebound, and he shoots it short. Foul on Husson. That's on Hansley.
He's got a situation where he's jumped up and jumped up and jumped up, and then he got caught for pushing the third time out.
Camp in for Mackey. Cherry has a strip by Hansley. And the Braves break it out 3-on-3. No look pass to Bolden on the baseline. Hicks with the board. Camp over to Kruenaker, and they work it around the outside. Ooh, tough pick by Camp. And he didn't get called for it, and an offensive foul. Or a foul on Kevin. That was a nice block there.
Yes. He wasn't set, though. His feet weren't set. Could have gone either way.
You could hear that hit on between Taylor and Camp in the back row of this place, though, in the pick right before that. That's the fourth foul on Kevin, and he's going to take a seat, and Steve Weeks comes in.
Bruce made Kevin feel like, you know, that could have gone either way in that last foul called on him.
Cherry makes it 64-43.
How many times has he been on the foul line now? You know, his numbers are going up.
And he gets both. Made 6 out of 7 in the first half. I believe that's his 4th time to the line here in the second half. He has 16 points now. 64-44. Clear out for Coney. And Buster looks down low to Taylor. Goes right around his man, the block by Camp, and he gets called for the foul.
Foul charge to number 34, Tony Camp.
First foul on Camp.
Camp he plays like the enforcer. he's hit Taylor twice now.
Matt Bassett calls him basically a perimeter player. He's probably the best three-point shooter on the team. Haven't seen much of that from him yet, though. And it's 66-44 now. 27 for Mark Taylor. He's just having a whale of a game. Cherry with a nice cut down low. The rainbow hits over Bolden.
Young man shoots the ball and comes to play.
Down low to Taylor. And the board by Camp. Knocked out of Camp's hands by Taylor, but Green Mountain holds on. Green Mountain has beaten Castleton State, as we said. They've beaten St. Joe's this year, a couple of common opponents there. Two teams that Husson has beaten as well. And here goes Weeks. Nice fake, and he scores. 68-46 now.
Here is again, Steven does a good job of laying the ball up. He uses the backboard.
Great body control. He has 12 now. Here's Camp from the baseline. And Buster with the board, and they look to break it out. Here's Bolden. He pulls up. He gets his own rebound and scores.
Taylor kept it going by tapping it up.
70-46 now. 24-point ball game. Tony with a quick hand, and he saves it. Read that pass very well. Frederick down on the blocks. Nice fake. Gets his own rebound, puts it up left-handed. 72-46.
Now they're playing man-to-man.
10 for Buster there. And that's out of bounds off Husson, and Bruce McGregor doesn't like that call.
Not at all. Not at all.
Underneath, and Cherry holds on to it. Taylor with a steal. And he gets it ahead to Weeks. Tapia with the board. May have seen some of the Husson fans in the stands there. Made the trip down from Bangor. And Taylor picks off the loose pass. He's not going to be stopped on that. Gets the ball back. Here's Campbell. Out of bounds off Camp.
Number 32, Bobby Campbell.
Mark a little bit frustrated there. He had a one-on-one situation, which he is normally just dynamite at.
Bobby's not real sharp right now. His timing's off a little bit.
He hasn't really played or practiced in over a week. He's like having a coach on the floor, though. He's just such a heady ball player. And Camp fouls Weeks on the loose ball. That's on Camp, his first. Second, excuse me. Coney works it on Camp. Bobby Campbell over to Weeks. Green Mountain playing a pretty aggressive man defense right now. The low pass to Taylor, turn around, tough shot. Buster gets a hand on it. Weeks comes down with it. And a foul on Camp, his third.
Foul charge to number 34.
Buster he's doing some of the dirty work. He's only got 5 points in the game, but he has 10 rebounds.
He's just tipping the ball up and going back again and tipping it up to keep it live for people. And, you know, that's what he does best.
Steal by Cherry, almost.
Bobby has to play his way back in. He's a little frustrated with himself.
Over to Campbell. It's tipped by Cherry. He is quick.
Cherry's all over. Coach is yelling to him to move the ball. It's like they're slowing down. Maybe it's the substitutions, but they're not moving the ball as quickly as they were before.
It seems that whenever Green Mountain gets passed down low, is tipped away. Whenever Green Mountain gets back into the game, Husson kind of sucks it up and decides to play a little better, and now they're up to a 72-46 lead, a little bit of a comfortable mark.
And go back to a specific spot, and they're not. They're sort of waiting, and that's what Green Mountain wants. We've said it before. We've got to have motion and pressure by Husson.
Motion offense, a lot of picks and things that Husson uses in that. And a foul. Well, 3-second call. .19 left, 72-46. Rays with the lead. Cherry skies for a bad pass there. Gets fouled by Taylor. That's his second foul. PA announcer saved me there.
Yes, he did. Hicks's return.
He's had a relatively quiet game, I think, offensively. Cherry travel. And Bolden into the game for Taylor, who sits down with 2 fouls. Weeks takes a 3. Yes. Streak shooter, as we said before. If he starts to get hot from outside, look out. He's got 14. This is Brem over to Camp.
Now they're playing a tough man-to-man now.
Seems they picked it up a little bit. Hicks driving on Coney, gets bumped a couple of times, and that's a foul on Mamadou.
Foul charge number 14. Mamadou Coney, his third, team fourth.
Third on Coney. Brian Bearer, sophomore from Glens Falls, checks in for Dan Tapia. And Scotty Nance in for Coney, who has 3 fouls. Tough man-to-man D, and Sherry with a miss and a foul on Bolden. Had the baseline 3, but just couldn't get it to go.
Foul charge number 20, Steve Carey. That's his 4th,
Sean's, I think it's, what's it, the first time Sean's been online?
Number 12, Warren Mackey.
Mackey in now. Krummenacher in for Green Mountain.
Return to the Eagles line.
Sean has 10 points.
Sean, this is his first time up on the line.
He's averaging 9 points and 10 rebounds a game. He's over that already. 76-46, 30-point game now.
You see a lot of the Castleton players sitting here watching. And
they're one of the few teams around that I think that matches up fairly well with Husson, size-wise.
Yes, and
athletically.
And the thing is, I remember the game 4 years ago when Castleton beat Husson in overtime, and Price was the person who made the difference in that game for Castleton.
He had 21 points in the win over Farmington earlier tonight. And a quick hands by Bolden. He comes up with a steal. Tipped out of bounds by Mackey. Peter Casey into the game now for Buster. Matt Bassett. His first year last year, he came in on the first day of practice and had a team go 500 on the year, 12-12. Not a bad outing considering how late he got into the game.
A lot of people,
and traveling on weeks.
a lot of people who talked about Bassett said he's a real comer, and he could be, excuse the expression, he could be the next McGregor in this area because he.
Nice pass to Weeks, and he gets the roll.
That's what makes Weeks the cherry picker, right?
Yeah.
The old terms, the cherry picker.
Mackey for three. Yes. 79-49. 9:10 left to go. And it looks right now, barring a major miracle, we're going to have Husson and Castleton playing for the right to go to Kansas City. Casey gets his own rebound, gets fouled by Krummenacher. Husson against Castleton for the right to go to Kansas City tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. That's after the Husson women's game.
Number 11.
That is Peter going up.
That's his third.
He misses the first one, goes back up for the second one, and he gets clobbered.
Nice ball fake.
Yes, it was. I mean, he made a good move with that hip and head fake.
Real banger off the bench for the Braves this year.
He's had a good year as a backup to Buster, and he and Bruce Granger both. It's really helped Coach McGregor out.
That's Peter's first 2 points in the game. Really not looked to for a lot of offense. I mean, that's not necessary from him. Rebounding and getting the pass in to start the fast break. There's probably his two key assignments. Krummenacher for three. Yes. 29-point game, 81-52.
Now there's your screens where they wouldn't let Weeks through, and the kid hooked him pretty good.
Pass down low to Casey. He's double-teamed. Works it back out to Scotty Nance, who pulls up, and Campbell gets the tip to himself. Weeks for three. Yes, he has 20. He's a microwave.
Yes, he is that.
Mackey, travel. 8:12 left. Mark Taylor into the game for Sean Bolden. Mark only has 27 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 steals. Not a bad night's work. Forgot to check in.
Mark said, I did, Coach, I did. But they don't want a technical. They don't want anything. They want him to do it right. Go over and tell them. This is the NAIA district. It's not Newman Gym.
Beautiful pass down low.
Very nice. Nice assist. Nice assist.
Steve Kelly This is Hicks.
Bobby Campbell's better.
Look out. Cherry will catch up with him. And he gets hammered.
Steal by Mark Taylor.
Mark, you know, if you watch him, there are a lot of people who say he's just great. Now here's a case where he got fouled.
Number 44.
And both kids from
That is first.
Creeks on that from Casey. It was a nice lay-in.
Peter Casey's like a quarterback back there. He's had a few bad passes in this game, but generally he's right on the mark with those long passes down court. Taylor with a couple of free throws, and Husson leads at 88-52, 7.5 left to go.
Man-to-man.
Hicks for three. That's short. Kelly has it blocked by Taylor. Look out. Beautiful scoop. Krummenacher knew enough to stay out of the way of that.
He just, you know, gave him a little side swipe and said he hoped he missed it.
90-52. Tapia with a turnaround. Little Scotty Nance with the board. And he pushes it down to Hensley. Gets it back to Nance. Short shot. Out of bounds off Casey. And Herbie Melanson checks in for Mark Taylor. This could be done for the night. Buster Frederick in for Steve Weeks.
Steve had a nice game. Had a nice game.
44, Kevin Hensley. Back to the straight line. Also in, number 42, Herb Melanson. And number 22, Scott Nance.
Tapia working on Buster. Tough shot. Casey with the board. Down low to Buster. He nails Krummenacher. Gets the ball back and scores. 40-point ball game now, 92-52.
Now is when it's time, I guess you.
7 for Buster. Sherry with a nice move down low.
He has nothing to be ashamed of. He's played very well the whole game.
And I'd imagine that Bruce McGregor at this point is going to start pulling some of his starters, resting them up for tomorrow. Taylor probably already done. He has 31. Weeks with 20. And Sherry leading the Eagles with 20. 6 minutes left, 92-54. Mackey throws up a brick. Sherry for three. Yes, he has 23.
The coaches are saying that Herbie Melanson was in the right position and did not get the call from the official. And that when the kid threw up that wild shot.
Green Mountain comes with a trap. Nance over to Casey. 4 points for Peter Casey.
Buster Frederick gave him the assist on that. Was real pretty.
That's 6 for Casey, excuse me. Sherry uses the pick. Hensley for three. He gets that elbow flying out there. Watch out.
When he lets that left hand up and it's like the goose, then you know. he knows. He has that feeling.
And the ball out of bounds off Green Mountain. It's a 40-point ball game now, 97-57. Bobby Campbell checking in for Buster Frederick. He's all done for the night. Buster all done with 7 points. Herbie Melanson to Kevin Hensley. He's the last starter in the game. Gets the shot back. That was blocked. Can't get it to go. Casey. Wrong underneath. That's 8 points for Peter.
Peter's come back. After a poor first half, he's come back the second half with a vengeance. Playing good defense.
Bearer, the The ball's tipped up by Kelly. Gets a roll.
Uncontested.
4:20 left, 99-59 the score. Campbell tries to get underneath to Casey. That's knocked out of bounds off Terminator.
Number 52, Bruce.
Granger in for Kevin Hansen. And he is all done for the night.
Kevin had a nice game. Very, very nice game. Did a lot of good things. Scoring defensively.
Finishes the game with 11. Granger down low. Can't get it to go.
Fought back for it.
And Melanson. Oh, a whole bunch of offensive rebounds here. Granger again. And Sherry finally grabs onto it.
It's all right. They're working hard. They're working hard. Coaches are clapping for them.
The second team in now for the Braves. Steve Novak, freshman from Fort Fairfield, is going to check in. He's coming in for Peter Casey.
Stevie Novak is in now, and he and Granger.
They're going to be a big part of the Husson front court for a couple of years to come.
You know, again, we've said it 3 or 4 times about Granger. He's only played 3 years of basketball. And, you know, he's one of those kids that grew, and all of a sudden...
And Bruce gets called underneath.
But all the coaches like him because he works so hard.
And a lot of tools, too.
Yes.
Sophomore from Concord, Mass. 3:29 left.
Now in the Eagles lineup.
Husson still playing hard defense, but Sherry,
I just like, you know, he moves well without the ball.
Melanson for 3. Sherry is 25. Melanson getting involved now. Kelly. And they give it low to Mackey. Sherry working on Melanson. Blocked by Novak. Gets the ball back and scores. 27 now for Cherry. 99-63.
Should be 3 points up, and they haven't put it up.
Yeah. Scotty Nance off the glass. And that's Kelly. Scotty Nance looking to push it. Tries behind the back move, out of bounds off Mackey's foot. And here we have Paul Sullivan checking in. Freshman from Reading, Mass, 6'7", forward. And Bobby Campbell is all done for the night.
Bobby, I think, will be much stronger tomorrow night.
Yeah. Well, Lanston, that's his second three-pointer in a row.
You have to remember that Lanston will take Weeks' place next year with the three-pointer. I'll guarantee you that one. The way he shoots it.
He's another one of those instant offense guys. 2:05 left, 107-63. Husson. Hicks from the corner. That's a two-pointer. And under 2 minutes left, Scotty Nance. Nice pull up in the lane. 109-65.
Scotty's got to play a lot tonight.
Camp for 3. And they're really lighting it up here.
Oh, yeah.
Scotty Nance loses it out of bounds.
Number 20, Steve Carey, replaces Tony Camp.
Well, while we got a moment here, I mean, I guess it's no surprise that we're going to have Husson and Castleton playing for the right to go to Kansas City, right?
It's what it is, and it should be a barn burner tomorrow night. That old cliche, they're going to come ready to play. Castleton will be very, very tough.
And Eddie Lehman, guard from Callis, into the game now for the Braves. He grabs the rebound. He's had a little trouble with a sore ankle. Steal by Sherry. Knocks Granger down and puts in the finger roll. .29 now for Sherry. 28. Kirby loses it out of bounds. We got a minute 16 left, 109 to 70.
This is when it's, you know, it's garbage time and people are getting their minutes.
And Sherry strong over Novak, can't get it to go. Bearer does. And the Braves break it out. Ranger's going to try a hook shot.
Yeah. Nice.
Not exactly a sky hook, but it still counts for 2. This is Hicks. Bearer. And Paul Sullivan. Cherry with another steal. Hangs in the lane and scores. That's 30 for Cherry. Senior from Boston Spa, New York, having a great game. And a steal, down low to Cherry again. Fouled by Herbie.
He's just tired. He's been banging and
He's
banging.
been whirling around this court, though.
See, the problem right now is the situation at the guard. Eddie's hurt because of his ankle, and Doug Bethia is on crutches. He has his ligament damage in his ankle, or he would be the point guard right now.
About the only thing that Cherry has done wrong in this game.
Well, he's, you know, what can you say about a guy who just doesn't quit? He just keeps coming and coming.
And the things he does at 6'1" against some of these players is incredible. 27 seconds left, 111 to 75. Granger loses the handle. Hicks to Mackey. Nice reverse layup. And the pressure by Green Mountain. Granger is going to try a 3. 2 seconds left. Cherry from half court. He hit! Oh! What a game for Cherry!
The young man played well. What are you going to say about a guy like that?
What a game he had.
He played well.
Husson wins it 111 to 80, and we'll be back to wrap it up from the Portland Expo right after this.